Hi everyone, it's Kin, your trans girlfriend. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. In this video, I will tell you about what I learned from talking to a psychologist about my anxiety. So I saw a Facebook post about a free consultation with a psychologist for the LGBTQIA plus people. It was intended for the Pride Month, but I recently saw a sponsored post about it, about them offering free consultation for the LGBTQIA plus people. I can't remember which Facebook page, Pride page, I saw it from, but I think it was from Babaylan or True Colors Coalition. Um, yeah, and it was in June. So I was initially excited, a bit nervous, and I was really very curious about it. I never had professional help with my anxiety and depression ever since transitioning, so I thought that it would be a great opportunity for me. I had an audio call session or consultation with Miss Gladys, a psychologist from MindNation. It was on June 18, 2020. So I was excited because it's my first time and I'm very curious if I'd ever get the answers that I need to know how to handle with what I'm constantly feeling. I also felt nervous because I saw videos and posts about people seeking professional help, um, but were not handled well, or like their experiences with psychologists or psychiatrists weren't that good, also because of the stigma in the society. I was worried if they are really properly informed about the transgender community. I obviously don't want conflicts, like feeling that I don't have a safe space in the conversation, um, or that they'd say something or recommend something that would be offensive or insulting. I also instantly think about self abandonment when it's about depression and seeking professional help. So the consultation was a bit short and general, but I think that I'm enlightened. Maybe not totally, but in some ways. It was also very validating because it's another way to know that there are people who believe in me or us and are really taking time and action on advocating for us. Miss Gladys gave me time to talk about my experience, about transitioning, career, and what are the things that would make me uncomfortable, that would give me anxiety. On my previous video, where I explained why I stopped saying or using All Lives Matter in support of Black Lives Matter, I briefly talked about my experience coming out as transgender and my journey since then until now. So, of course, transitioning was a struggle emotionally, mentally, physically, socially. I told Miss Gladys that I couldn't show up to people on meetings or appointments, may it be people that I've known for a long time or total strangers. It's that I end up being unproductive. So she explained some terms to me and related those terms to my experience. So here are what she said and what I learned, and she cited three reasons why I have anxiety. The first reason is that I keep on thinking about my negative experiences and even those that didn't happen yet, which is true because I thought that reminding myself of my experiences and those that could happen will make me handle situations and my emotions better. But I obviously don't know how to handle my emotions perfectly yet, but I hope that I'll be able to soon. The next reason is that I ruminate. I keep on repeating it in my mind. So I'm not only thinking about it, but I keep on repeating it in my mind, slowly, clearly, deeply. It's like I keep on trying to decipher it. And the third reason is that unconsciously, my body feels it, and it is the alarm system in my body. So in psychology, it is called the consequence. There are also other factors causing my anxiety, the biological factors and the environmental factors. So I'm going to read this one just so I don't miss details. So the biological factors relating to my experience are: first, the level of chemicals from hormone replacement therapy, or HRT. So HRT is when taking estrogen or testosterone to increase the levels of it in the body. This is one way of transitioning, not the only way, and not a must for other transgender individuals. But for myself, I was taking bioidentical estrogen from pills for my HRT, and I also had pure estrogen and androgen blockers before, but I stopped because of health concerns. So the next one is that Miss Gladys cited studies that show transgender women having higher estrogen levels since birth. Also, trans women's brains are congruent to their gender identity, which means that women are more emotional than men. And another biological factor is the imbalance of hormones. So she said that it is not totally a bad thing. Other people go through it because of HRT, while others have different factors relating to hormonal imbalance and body changes. These can affect to the alarm system of the body. For the environmental factors, she said that first, negative experiences that may not be traumatic to me but impacts me contribute to my anxiety. I may still have shocks from those experiences. Next, being myself is problematic for other people. Being transgender is not a norm in the Philippines, and the transgender community is still not 100% accepted. She said that the whole LGBTQIA plus community is only tolerated in some instances. Other people have different perspective because of strong beliefs, culture, and religion. And obviously, we are only culturally visible but not politically recognized. So, lastly, it is sometimes difficult to think that many people embrace me unconditionally. So, she said that I should try to keep on reminding myself about those people that love me, celebrate me, and fight for me and beside me. Now, how to deal with anxiety. There is what they call in psychology the cognitive behavior technique, or CBT. To come up with a CBT, we need to know the three boxes of anxiety. The first one is anticipating event. This includes the things that we can't control, which includes the reactions of other people and their emotions. The second one is the belief system. This includes self doubt and overthinking. The third one is the consequence. This is the manifestations in the body, the alarm system. Imagine your fear of something. For me, snakes. So that rush of fear when seeing a snake is the same as panic attacks, but only there is no real danger in front of you, only in your mind. So, what I should do? She gave me specific suggestions, but I'm just gonna go through it. So, the first one is mind map. This is questioning yourself, and it is answered by yes or no and why. Next is to dwell on positivity, and then remember your skills and talents. Next is don't dwell on negativity, recalibrate. Next is alamin mo kung saan ka lulugar. So this is finding a safe space or place for you. Next is practice self-love. Be grateful of anything every time you wake up. And then list down those things or 3 things to be grateful for. And lastly, create a concrete plan. Next are steps for creating a concrete plan. The first one is don't ask what you can't give yourself. So build your own self-esteem and believe in yourself. The second one is to validate your emotions. So you need to feel the pain. She said, hulihin mo ang emotions at feelings. So this means to catch the emotions and feelings. The next one is journaling. I had a bad experience with journaling, but I think that I'm going to give it a try again because I just think that it's enjoyable. The next one is to settle with your thoughts. So you can write your thoughts down. There are grounding techniques that you can do during panic attacks or panic episodes. So this means that you have to get out of the scenario before it gets full blown. So what are the things that you can do? First, you can use all your senses and focus on something and be in the present. So first, you can list 5 things that you can see. So for example, look at a bag and create a narrative and create a story about the image. And then the next one is to list 4 things that you can hear. So you can close your eyes, reimagine yourself, and listen to the sounds around you. So you can listen to the sounds without judgments, or you can appreciate it. And then the next one is to list 3 things that you can touch. So you can close your eyes again and grab something. So touch something, guess what you touched, and then feel and think about it. So you may think about texture. Is it fluffy? Is it squishy? Is it rough? Or is it cold? Is it hot? And then the next one is smell. So think about what you can smell. So if you don't like what you can smell at the moment, you can get your cologne or just smell something nice. And then lastly, you can taste. Imagine your favorite food or actually eat something and think about the taste. So after using all your senses, you may also drink water. So this hydrates, this calms, right, refreshes you. And then next one is do breathing exercises. So I really want to do this the proper way. So I searched through YouTube videos about this, and I came up with a simple step for breathing exercises. So you can inhale through your nose, hold your breath for 3 to 5 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth like you're blowing a straw. So that's what you can do. And lastly, shake yourself and be in the present. So just shake yourself or something. That's it. I hope that this can help you because it is actually helping me right now because the stress of the pandemic and it's giving us more anxiety. And I do hope that we will end the stigma about mental illness, about mental health, anxiety, and depression, because we're all going through different struggles and experiences. And at the end of the day, even though we don't understand each other perfectly, we all have that intersectional experiences because we're all human beings. We're going through life in the same planet. So yeah, that's it. And I hope that I can hear from you and see you on my next videos. Stay safe and take care.